Welcome to Bruins Arena. Here, home of the Bruins at Salt Lake Community College. Today we're going to discuss on what happens on these courts, such as the women's volleyball, men's and women's basketball happening here to defend the den. But the real concern is why? Why is it so quiet? On this episode of End of the Bench, we're going to discuss just that. Welcome to End of the Bench. I'm your host, Jesse Valdez, alongside with David Vito.
Jesse, what a great experience it is. Second show of End of the Bench for you and I. And on today's show, we got a lot of great topics. What are we going to hit on today?
Well, we'll be discussing sports on campus, including women's basketball and the concern of getting fans and community to the games here at SLCC.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get into that. The concerns, we're going to get into that a little bit later in the show today, but I think it's a major problem me and you are going to discuss on. Women's basketball, they're gearing up for another season today. But as always, let's get right into it. Let's get into our trivia of the day.
What year did the Utah Utes become known as the BCS Busters, as they played in their first BCS game? Was it A, 1999 against Fresno State, B, 2005 against Pittsburgh, or C, 2009 against Alabama? Make sure to stick around with us to find out the answer to the trivia question later today. But David, let's get into volleyball.
The volleyball season's coming up to an end, Jesse. They went 2-2 on their latest 4-game road trip. Now they wrapped up the season, getting ready for Region 18 tournament success, and that's going to lead to hopefully a national championship title here at Salt Lake Community College.
Let's get into everything going around here at SLCC. So we have the men's volleyball and the soccer club too. Their season's kind of coming to the end, as well as a lot of different things, such as where to find these clubs. Where are you going to find these clubs? You can contact slcc.edu/SLL to find more information about that. So if you want to get more involved into these sports, you can. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is build more awareness for those. Also, as well as Sports Rally every Friday has basketball happening. Basketball's happening every Friday at 11 a.m. in the LAC.
Yeah, and speaking of basketball, the men's and women's basketball season's getting ready to kick off their season, or tip off, I guess is the correct term to say that. And the women's basketball team's looking to bounce back from a tough loss from their national championship exposure last year. I had the opportunity to sit down with a couple of the key members from a women's basketball team. Let's see what they had to say about the upcoming season. I'm here with the women's basketball team. Last season, the outcome to the national championship chase fell just short. This year, it looks like a promising group of young ladies on the basketball team this year. And let's get right into it. How do you feel about the upcoming season this year?
I feel like we're going to do really good this season. We have 4 returning sophomores, and then we have quite a few freshmen. So it's been a little bit of a struggle learning all the plays and everything for the new freshmen. But after the Jamboree this weekend, we actually ended up winning all 4 of our games. And I don't know, we just kind of came together and we just played. And it was just nice to see the whole team come together and just perform. And we blew out a couple teams and stuff. So I feel like for the goals that we have set this year, it's looking very promising and we're going to be pretty successful this year.
What kind of goals are that you guys have set for this upcoming season?
Well, of course, as any team, we want to win our region, and then we want to go to the national tournament that's held in Kansas. And we want to be number one. We want to take first and just push our team and see what we can do and see if we can be number one.
Is one of the main goals is to win most of your home games you guys have here, and if so, how are you guys going to get the fans involved to make this place, to defend the den, I should say, here at Salt Lake Community College?
I would say just let the campus be more aware and let them know that we do have athletics programs. We do have a volleyball team, a basketball team, a softball team, just get publicity out there so that we can have that support from our school.
Now, with the athletic events, it seems like not as many people come out to the events here, basketball, volleyball, men's basketball. With the success the teams had in the history, what would you like to see improve, and how would you like to see maybe marketing more here to get you guys more aware of the games coming up this year?
I just think letting students here at Salt Lake Community College know that there are sports teams, and just let them know that the games are free. You just bring your student card and you can come in here and the games are free. Maybe do like a night where you could do like toga night or something. Just get people involved, and like there's a lot of families here, like parents here. They can bring their kids and have a fun event for their kids to come out and just go to a game, and just, I don't know, just market it a little bit more and make events for the night of the game.
You guys start the season this weekend on the road. You excited that the season is finally back?
I'm super excited. We've been working really hard, so it's going to be super exciting to get down in Arizona and play against some top teams and just get better.
One last thing you guys want to tell all the fans that come out to your game is what?
Come support us!
I had a great time interviewing Shelby, discussing the upcoming season with the women's basketball, and you can tell she's excited to start this year after they had success in the Jamboree over the weekend of October 23rd.
Exactly, and with a record of 26-8 overall last season and falling 61-63 in the national spotlight, you know this is a team that will definitely be looking forward to seeing this season.
And you got to realize Betsy Spector is one of the best head coaches Salt Lake Community College has had. I got to sit down with her last season and discuss the upcoming tournament where they fell just short in Kansas. But she's been a great success, and I know she's going to have this team excited and ready to hit the court when it's time here at home at Bruins Arena to open up the season. But now, Jesse, let's shift gears a little bit from basketball to a campus concern around the athletics events here at Salt Lake Community College.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Today we're talking to students about Salt Lake Community College athletics and events around campus. Let's go check it out. Have you ever been to any sporting events here at Salt Lake Community College?
I've been to a couple softball games and volleyball games, so yeah.
I have never.
No, I haven't.
What would make you get out and go to the athletic events?
I don't know. I actually don't know where or when they are. I feel like more promotion would help, and a little more awareness, probably.
I've never been to a game, but I don't know. I mean, I live in the community, so really I think if the games had, enough advertisement, or if I knew there were games going on, shouldn't members of the community also be interested in what games are happening and when?
What do you think could be improved at the athletic events?
What can be improved is try to get more people and more marketing around here, because I only see stuff in this building and the TB building, not much everywhere else.
They don't really notify you properly in advance, and it's like I just hear about it like the next day, probably from a professor or teacher, a student, that they went to it.
Just more fun during half times, some activities here and there. It would be nice to have, people or flyers around the school, or even not probably in news stations or anything, just to let the community know, hey, we got a game, or it'll be nice, we got this activities and stuff to do for kids or for grown-ups, so it'll be nice to do that.
How would you want to see that marketed?
More flyers, have the mascot walk around, and have the team even come out here and talk about what they do, have some fundraisers if needed, so stuff like that.
Just the environment and people how connect during the games, it's all the fun seeing people's faces all again. You see them here and there, and then you just come out one place and just have fun.
If it was something that I think is going on, that I think is going to be like really exciting, like pump us up, then everyone will want to go, Who's going to show up unless it's a lot of fun?
Maybe email through the Bruin mail. I have no idea when they are, so it's hard to attend when you don't know,
Thank you.
Yep.
As you can see, students seem to be looking for more marketing
What is your take on this, David?
Now, Jesse, those students that we got to sit down and interview with, they were telling us there's not enough flyers out there. Maybe they want to see more events before and after the games, or maybe even during halftime during the volleyball and men's and women's basketball games that are going around here at Bruins Arena on Taylorsville campus. Now, marketing, I understand it's a big reason. Now, there is a couple schedules in the LAC that says volleyball schedules coming up, basketball seasons here's the dates for the home games. But really, that's all I'm looking at, and I see that. I don't get like emails and stuff like they were saying either, and I think that's probably one of the big concerns here with the sports.
Well, with the students that we did interview, it seemed like the main thing they kept saying is, well, yeah, we don't know about the events. And I'm sure these guys want to go to the events. They want to see how well we're doing. They want to support and be involved with what SLCC has to offer. And one of the key points they're kind of talking about, too, is not only what's going on with the games, but what's happening before, during, and the in-betweens. Are they doing student giveaways? Are they doing a tailgate? Stuff like that. I think that's also what they're trying to get. I mean, you see high schools. There's so much involvement in high schools with students and the bands and, the football and everything like that. And it's like, why can't such a great school, third ranked in the nation, why can't we do that?
But you got to realize high school and college are two different things. I understand high school football, you always get out on a Friday night. What else are you going to do? Go out and get it. College students, you got to realize they do have families and kids, and what else would they rather do on a Friday night? Most likely spend time with their family after a long week work. But with the success we've had here at Salt Lake Community College, with just the men's basketball alone, think about the players we had. A Hall of Fame NBA player, Gary Payton, his son, Gary Payton II, heads off to Oregon State after a tremendous season here at Salt Lake Community College. Ty Corbin, his son, Terrell Corbin, played here alongside Gary Payton II as well. Two big names and two ties with NBA players, and we're still not drawing crowds that I think they want to draw here at Salt Lake Community College.
And it's like what you're saying. It's not necessarily about whether we're doing good, whether we're doing bad. It's just we're not getting noticed. And I know students want to be a part of the school and get rid of that stereotype where people just come and go. It's such a great school, and we need to get more people involved, get to those events. I think that's like the main problem the students probably have.
Yeah, we got school spirit along here, and everything's ready to go here. I'm excited to see how it goes, but Jesse, it looks like we got to wrap it up. How can people find us on our shows?
All right, so how they can find us on our shows is you go to vimeo.com/SLCC Voices. And if you guys go to vimeo.com, that's how you're going to find all of our stuff, this episode and more episodes, as well as if you want to get involved with the show. You feel free to contact our email, sportsrally@live.com.
Now, Jesse, you got to realize, when we started the show earlier, we had a trivia question. Let's give everyone the answer right now.
What year did the Utah Utes become known as the BCS Busters, as they played in their first BCS game? The answer is B, 2005 against Pittsburgh.
The University of Utah has been BCS Busters. Now they're trying to be a Pac-12 Buster here, Jesse, this year. But how awesome is it that they're one of the first teams to break through a non-BCS team and make it to a bowl game where they dominated Pittsburgh in that game?
It was awesome. Utah Utes is becoming such a big thing here. And it's awesome to see that we're hanging in where we're at with the new Pac-12 and everything like that. So it's really awesome to see.
And with that being said, if you want to contact us at all to get on the show and get your information, your clubs and organizations on the show, you can contact us at sportsrally@live.com. Until next time, I'm David Vito.
And I'm Jesse Valdez. Thanks for watching.